Now that we've picked some fourths voicings, let's choose one of them that will get us through the 12 keys and get some development, or figure out some development together, so that you have something you can work with in some way to practice. Okay, so today we're going to take the first one for C, and we're going to go 3, 6, 9. This one's right in what we call the sweet spot of the piano. It sounds good on a keyboard, it will sound good on an acoustic piano, and you always have the option of dropping that 7 in there. Makes it a bit warmer. That's a nice jazz voicing. So there's that, and there's this, okay? So we have 3, 6, 9, and we had our scale, but we were starting on the 5th. 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can do that with your left hand as well. If I do that in all the 12 keys, or well, I'll tell you what, we'll do it in all 12 keys so you can see everything. We'll go nice and slow, and we'll just stay on point and see if we can keep this video down in time, okay? Because I want you to have everything possible. So if we're going to go fourths, we did C. Let's go fourths today. A lot of times I like to go circled fifths, but we'll go fourths today. The next key of fourth above C is F. Okay, now I have a little piece of paper here so you'll know, so I can keep organized, because the last thing I want to do is say one thing and play another, and I've done that. So I'll put a ticker up if I do it, but I'd rather just get everything right the first time. So now, when we play this, pick out our voicing for the left hand for F, we're going to be going 3, 6, 9, because that's what we had in the other one. But you'll notice, first of all, that one is also the same one we had for the key of C. So you'll want to make a note of that, because that's what we're doing here. We're getting organized. You might write that down, that somewhere there you can use the same fourths voicing for an F and a C. That can come in handy later. For now, we're trying to get a nice fourths sounds. We need our fourths voicings for the key of F, and we're picking the best one for this video that goes with our scale. So instead of playing up high, we're not going to take 3, 6, 9. We're actually going to take 7 as a rule. Not the rule. You can't ever break it. And if you do this wrong, you've failed and you should quit. Or people will make fun of you or whatever. None of that. What I mean is, as a general rule, you can always find the next best voicing to use to stay in the sweet spot by picking the one with 7. So you either have 3 or 7. These, in chord terms, those are the guide tones. In spiritual terms, it's way cool, because you have the 3, which is the Holy Trinity, and 7, that has to do with the perfection of God, or the 7 gifts of the Holy Spirit. You know, all of those things are really amazing how it continually overlaps and ties together. Always makes sense. So we are not going to use 3, 6, 9. We're going to use 7, 3, 6. And you'll find that was our good one for the C. But that's what you'll see as you look overhead. I'm hoping you'll find those overlaps as I do this with your overhead camera. So here is our F. That's our left-hand voicing, and here's our scale. Notice, in my blues videos, I talk about getting there a little early, like that. So it sounds, when you're playing, like I played all straight lines, but I actually get to the last note early, and that makes it swing a little. Okay, so we're starting to see a nice trend here to get organized. we're going to have 3-6-9 or 7-3-6. So let's go to the key of B flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sharp the 5. There's our scale. We're going to finger this one like that. When you get into 2 octaves, you can do anything you want. You want to develop your hand so you're not limited. Now for me, a lot of times I'll go down to the relative minor, and that will give me a nice symmetrical whole hand fingering. And then I can start in the middle. So in other words, the relative minor to B flat is G. And if I do that, then I'm going to be going up to ring finger to keep going. But I'll just eliminate those first 2 notes, and here's my scale. In my right hand, I'm going to take 3, 6, and 9. And it's a little bit high. It's good for a right hand voicing, but what if I'm going to play solo and I want my left hand to comp? So let's see, does it sound good here? It's not too bad. So, but now we need a fingering for this guy. You never want to end running out. We're out of fingers. So sometimes I like to start at the end of where I'm going to go. We're starting on the 5th because that's what we did in the last 2 keys. So we need to keep things consistent for our ear training. So we're on the 5th. If I come down in terms of scale or my hand, look at my hand. This is a great way to figure things out for yourself. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is going to be awkward in terms of playing scales. Sometimes I do extensions which have the thumb in an awkward place to develop the hand more, but here we're trying to get the scale. So we'll go to 3. Let's see what happens if we start on 4. 3, 2, 1, and then to 1. We could do this way. There's a 3 fingering. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. There's a lot of different ways you can do these. I'm just fooling around a little bit so you can see the potential, but we're sticking to the same voicing. Let's go to E flat. So now we have E flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sharp 6, sharp 5, sorry. So we need that scale. This one's not too bad, is it? 1, 2, 3, so 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I could start on the F, think in terms of the F, and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I just start with E flat. But I need to start on the 5th of the scale, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to start on my 4th finger, because then I'm or 2, classical fingering, 2 or 4. And then in my voicings, 3, 6, 9. And it's a little high. It'd be nice for a right-hand voicing, wouldn't it? It's not horrible for a left-hand voicing. It's actually very close, so we could use this. But there's always 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 3, and then 6, and down here. So that's another option. That, and let's also remember we've still got that from the key of C. So our fourths voicings are shaping up nicely. We've got a lot of potential for creativity, pulling from other keys, keeping common tones. Those are all things we'll talk about later. For now, I'm going to hit the 3, 6, 9, and this is our scale. Be afraid of that bebop note or that jazz note. That's what makes it really sound like jazz. That was an accident, but it sounded good. Okay, let's get going to A flat. Sharp 5. Now here, you'll notice I'm doing 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I could have started on 3, like classical fingering. Go this way with 4. It's been a while since I've done this. I don't play scale much anymore. Like I don't practice my jazz scales or my major scales because I'm in the field playing all the time and improvising. So some people say, "Oh, I don't play scales ever." That I don't mean that. I'm playing scale-like or scale-based because everything comes from that. But having learned them all and applied them, then you kind of forget all of that and start using it. So that's why I'm giving these to you, so you can do the same thing. There's a great fingering for your A flat, though. I remember it now. So I'm going to 3, then 4. So you can see we're really getting some hand development. And you can start, like, what if you started on this? So there's all kinds of things in this scale or the other scales starting on different fingers, different notes, but it's still our basic scale. So then we could do that with our left hand. We need a fourths voicing. So 1, 2, 3, 3, 6, 9. It's a bit low. So let's try 7, 3, 6. There's a nice A flat right there. And that's, again, like what we used for the E flat. Sharp 5. the fifth of that. So here it's almost like a chromatic scale fingering sometimes, where you're using notice the fingering changed a little. That's what I'm trying to show you, is that you want to find something that works for you so you can get that sound happening. But then you add and develop your hand so you can literally create with it and improvise and have something of a base to land on when you're comping or when you're soloing. So now that we're in D flat, we need 3, 6, 9 to start with, and that one lands really well right there. So we've got that, and that's a nice one for the right hand as well. If we were playing with a right hand, we could do 7. 7 is here. 3, 6. But that's a little high, isn't it, for soloing? Right here is a good comping spot. And you can slow that down, slow the video down, so that you can find out what fingering I did which time and see which one's best for you. On to G flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sharp 5. And we're starting on 5. This one's going to work out really nice on 5, and we want to do 7, 3, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 3 and 6. Same one from D flat. These make great arpeggios, don't they?